Summertown Eagles and the Collinwood Trojans. This is Charlie Mabry and Eddie Talley and the Granny Network bringing you Summertown High School basketball. Tonight's game brought to you by Pine Knoll Landscaping and Nursery, Marshall's Grocery, Community Bank and Trust, Scott's Grocery, Summertown Auto Parts, Bypass Pools in Columbia and Lewisburg, and D&D Grocery Off Center. These sponsors hope you enjoy Summertown High School basketball. Well, tonight I just saw one of our former stars come by here. We got Mark Gent. Mark, good to see you tonight.
Good to be here, Jonathan.
As we all know, everyone knows Jason Burleson, the 5-year starter, is about to crack the 2,000-point mark, which has never been done here in Summertown. And Mark held the scoring record at Summertown prior to Jason. Do you remember how many points you had at Summertown? I know you're embarrassed to say, but do you remember?
Not exactly. It's around 1,400 or 1,500 points.
Around 1,500, something in that area. And I believe you broke the scoring record held by Leland Benefield, didn't you?
Right.
And he broke the record held by Mike Keaton. So we have a long line of scorers that have come through this Summertown team.
Sure have.
How long has it been since you played here at Summertown, Mark?
This will be the 7th year.
7th year. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since you've been out. Where did you attend college at?
The University of North Alabama.
Did you play basketball?
Sure did. Played 4 years.
4 years. Did you enjoy yourself down in Alabama?
I sure did. Had a good time.
What line of work are you in now?
I got a degree in environmental biology, and I work in a chemistry lab.
Chemistry lab. That's got to be exciting, and you learn something new quite regularly, don't you?
Something new every day. Never changes.
Where do you reside now?
I live here in Summertown.
I believe, whereabouts here in Summertown? Do you still live with your mother? Or?
I got married.
Oh, you got married?
Sure did. Bought my own house.
Oh, well.
I'm living the American dream now.
Oh, you're living the dream. Well, enjoy it. You're still young and able to enjoy it. What do you think? Have you seen this Summertown team this year?
This will be the second game. I saw them play Lawrenceburg about a week ago, and they looked pretty good. They had the ball game won, just gave it away at the very end.
Maybe a little experience will help us along that line. Of course, we're still young, but yet we are experienced. It's hard to be both, but I think we are. I think we may be a player or two away at this point. What do you think?
Well, I think a lot of the offensive load that they're laying on Jason Burleson, and later on in the season, I believe they're going to see that a lot of the defenses are going to be geared to stop Jason. Some of these other players are going to have to step up and assume some of the responsibility.
Somebody's going to have to take a little pressure off of Jason so he can work free for the shot, because it's hard for one man to work the ball and then set up for his shot on these gimmick defenses, and that's what we're going to see.
That's what you're going to see more and more as you go along.
Well, it's good to talk to you tonight, Mark, and I hope you enjoy the ball game, and anytime you're back, we'll come up, we'll give you a holler.
I sure will. Thank you, Charlie.
Well, it's about time for the starting lineup for the Collinwood Trojans. Number 20, Mark Statham. Number 12, Lance Horton. Number 34, Michael Reisner. Number 50, Dale May. And number 54, Jeremy Bryant. Round out the starting lineup for the Collinwood Eagles. Now for the Summertown, number 10, Doug Riggs. Number 14, Jason Burleson. And in the middle, number 30, Jeremy Aaron. Playing on the low post, number 52, Robert Jones. And rounding out the starting lineup for Coach Gene McBee is John Campbell getting a start tonight. These Summertown boys is a pretty good sized bunch. Burleson 6'1", Aaron 6'3", Jones 6'3", Campbell 6'1". We can put a pretty tall team on the floor. Summertown boys went over to Wayne County last week, came away with a victory. That's something that you very rarely ever do, is come away from a victory in Wayne County. We got Lance Horton, Mark Statham, Michael Reisner, Dale May, and Jeremy Bryant. The ball goes up. Controlled by Collinwood. Horton is pushed by Jeremy Aaron. Right off the bat, we picked up personal foul number 1. We played 3 seconds. Collinwood inbound the stadium, back over to Bryant, back to Horton. Horton double teamed out front. He's tied up. What's he going to do? Bring her over to May into Stadium. Stadium has the ball blocked by Campbell. We're going to give her to White. John Campbell came across and made a clean block back off of Stadium. Jason working out front. Over on the right side to Campbell. John trying to find somebody in the middle. Over to Jason. He tries to pull the trigger and he don't. Trying to find the postman. He's not there. Over to Doug Riggs in the middle. Back over to John Campbell. Finds Laren on the low post. We're going to give her to Green. Still no score. We're half a minute deep. Statham brings the ball in the middle to May. Over to Reisner. Puts one up. And Robert Jones gets body as he goes up. That's going to send Michael Reisner to the line to shoot 2. And the first points of the ball game. Second one's up. It's good also. 7:21, first period. Collinwood with a 2-point lead. On the right wing, back over to Jason. He's going to pull the trigger, but it wasn't there. Back over to Campbell on the right wing. Driving a baseline, goes all the way in, puts up a little jumper. No good. Jason's there to tip the ball back in. He got that off rebound. That ties it up. Ball comes into Mark Statham. He's an all-state football player. Stolen by Aaron. Jeremy lays one up and in. Statham's the quarterback on the football team. He's all-state. Tie ball, we're going to give her to White. Summertown jumped into the full court press. We got a 4-2 lead, 6:42, first period. John Campbell into Doug. Collinwood into, looks like a zone. Jason over on the right wing, back over to Campbell, back to Doug. Doug takes a 22-footer. It's a long. Jeremy gets the ball off the board into Jason. He fumbles her out of bounds. Jeremy Bryant set to be inbound into Statham. Mark working back over to Bryant. Bryant back over to Statham. They work in the back court. Bryant going down the right side. He's cut off by Campbell. Double teamed by Riggs. Trying to find somebody. Statham way out front. Left somebody out front. Horton puts up an 8-foot jump. Lance is on the board. 2 minutes deep. It's 4-4. Doug working left wing, back over to John Campbell. They're rotating out front against the zone. Back over to John, trying to find Jones in the post. He does. Ball tapped away, picked up by May. Dale gets her out to Mark Statham. Statham over to Lance Horton. He's going all the way. He's cut off, back out front. Jason steals it. He's going to go all the way, lay one up. Give him 2 more. Collinwood having a problem with this full court press. Ball comes into Bryant, comes over this side. Floor mistake. Working the ball around. Jason takes a 22-footer. It's long. Ball comes off to Campbell. Back to Jason. Another 22-footer. He cans this one. His first 3 of the night. Statham working up the sideline. He's double teamed in the corner, back over in the middle to May, puts one up. Dale's on the board, driving the baseline. 9-6, 4:46. first period. Ball goes over to Campbell, back over to Riggs, working on the right wing in the middle to Jones, puts up an 8-foot jump. Give Robert 2. Intercepted by Jason. He's standing on the line. That's going to bring John Santee in for Coach Gene McBee. Jeremy Aaron's not getting position like he wants. Ball comes into May. May's cut off. Back over to Statham. Mark tries to hold it up, bring it across. 4-17. It's 11-6. Summertown into their tight man-to-man defense. Ball comes in the corner to Reisner. Reisner trying to make the baseline. And Santee reaches out. He grabs him for personal number 3. Jeremy Bryant set to be the inbound. Who's he going to find? Who's he going to find? He finds May. He's cut off. Back over to Statham. Back on the side to Horton. Back in the low post to Reisner. He makes his move. Puts one up. And Robert Jones picks up personal number 2. That's going to send Michael Reisner to the line to shoot 2. 11-6. We're halfway through the first quarter. Second one's up. It's good. Reisner's 3 for 3 from the line. 11-7. Jason working up the middle, goes on the left to Santee, back out to Riggs, out front. Back over to Jason. He pulls the trigger, takes a 22-footer. Give him 3 more. Ball comes the length of the floor to May, lays one up and in. Dale got behind everybody. 14-9. Jason bringing her back. Over on the right side to Santee. John hits Aaron in the middle. He's going to bring her back out. Over to Doug. Doug takes a 22-foot jump. It's long, no good. Michael Reisner brings the ball off over to Mark Statham. 3:17. They're on the run over to Horton. He's cut off by Santee. Back over on the side to Statham. He's trying to make a move on the left side to Horton. Takes a 22-footer. In, out, no good. Jason comes off of the board. It's 2 on 4, and we're going to make it. John Campbell picks the ball up. And he's tied up by Lance Horton. We're going to give her to the other side this trip. Going to bring Scott Haddock in off Coach McBee's bench. Bryant trying to find somebody. He finds Horton. Horton's clearing everybody out. He's going to go up the right side. He's going to be cut off. Ball's intercepted by Campbell. He can't control. We're inside 3 minutes. It's 14-9 in this opening period. Jeremy Bryant going to be trigger man. He's going to try to find Mark Statham. He does. He's going to make a move. He's cut off at the outside into Reisner. Michael's double team. He's still going to make his move. Jeremy Aaron picked his pocket. Over to Doug. Scott Haddock working left wing. Back over to Jeremy into the high post, back to Jason. We're working the ball around the perimeter against the zone defense. Jason out front, over to Doug. He's 22 feet out. Floor mistake. Jeremy Brown trying to find somebody. They having problems. He brings her into May. May back over to Statham. 2:20, 14-9. Mark Statham going to carry it to the right side, going to set a pick for Horton. We're going to give her back to White. He telegraphed what he was going to do all the way on that trip. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. Jason getting him a little breathing room as he comes down over to Haddock. Scott cut off the baseline. Fine traveling. not hardly as large as it was last Friday night at the Lawrence County game, but we still have a pretty good little crowd over here. Jason steals the inbound pass over to Doug. Lays her up and in. Doug's on the board for the first time. It's 16-9. Everybody thought Jason was going to put it up, but he dished her off. Lance Horton working outside against Doug Riggs on the man-to-man. He's cut off on the right side, trying to find Reisner. Statham working out front. He's going down the right side. He's going to go all the way and dribbles the ball out of bounds. Minute 25, 16-9. Jason, he feeds the low post to Jeremy, and he can't handle it. Into Reisner intercepts. He had her beat, but he couldn't handle it. Over to Statham. Gonna put up a 25-footer. It's long, no good. Horton gonna bring it off. Feed the middle to May, puts one up. No good. Campbell battling. Ball comes off to Riggs. 2-on-2, and Aaron gonna lay one up. And Jeremy Aaron picks up personal foul number 2. Don Bonato give you that call 10 times out of 10. May working the ball up left side. Ball comes over to Statham. Statham in the middle to Bryant. Puts one up. Jeremy 2. 16-11. 42 seconds. We're going to take one off. Ball comes over to Haddock. We got a 5-point lead with a half a minute. We're going to try to take that half off. $20 seconds. $14. Over to Campbell. Making a move to Jason. Puts up a 22-footer. Give him 3 threes in the first quarter. Ball comes into Collinwood. And as the first quarter comes to an end, Summertown 19, Collinwood 11. Pine Knoll Landscaping and Nursery in Summertown, Larry McCrory and Larry Jennings appreciate your business. Pine Knoll features all types of residential and commercial landscaping and yard work. We will plant any type tree or shrub. We'll do any type yard work, and we feature the Bradford pears and any type shade tree. Pine Knoll will work your ground and sow your seeds. Larry and Larry greatly appreciate your business. So for a free estimate of any type yard work, call Larry McCrory or Larry Jennings at Pine Knoll Landscaping off Summertown. In the first quarter, Jason Burleson with 13, Jeremy Aaron 2, Doug Riggs 2, Robert Jones 2 for the Summertown boys. Eagles inbound, start of the second period. Collinwood starting with the same bunch that started the ball game. Over to Jason over on the left wing. Collinwood still in the zone defense. Back over to Doug. They're working it around. Scott Haddock working the left side. He's cut off. Back over to Doug to Jason. He sets up. He don't pull it. Doug Riggs outside. Trying to find that post man. He hasn't been there yet. Back over to Scott. Now in the high post to Jeremy. He feeds her back. Doug takes a 22-footer. It's no good. Mark Statham brings the ball off for the Collinwood boys. Collinwood turned the ball over. Summertown working in the front court. We just got a T on the Collinwood coach. He's going to keep on. He don't get but 2 nowadays. He's going to send Summertown to the line to shoot 2. Jason's going to put the ball up. This one rolls off. Uncharacteristic. Jason missed two. Eagles going to inbound. Back over to John Santee on the right wing. Haddock on the left wing. He drives baseline, lays one up, and he's pushed as he makes his move. Jeremy Bryant picks up personal foul number 1. That's only the second team foul on these Collinwood boys. Jason puts up a 25-footer for his 4th 3 of the night. Collinwood worker in front court. Jason Ballantyne into the ball game. Over to Mark Statham. Statham close, guarded closely. Ballantyne going to cut off out front. Statham driving the baseline. He's cut off by Haddock. Back out to Ballantyne. Puts up a 20-footer. It's 3. 22-14. Cuts the lead at 8. We played a minute and a half of this second period. Left wing to John Santee. Back over to Scott Haddock. Jason don't pull the trigger on this right side like he does on the left. Haddock trying to find the post man. He's not over there. John Santee finds a high post in Campbell. Work the ball back over to Jason for an 18-footer for 18 point. 24-14. May working the ball outside over to Mark Statham. He's shouting signals 35 feet out, guarded closely by Scott. Going to get a 5 count. Is it not on? Ball comes over to Bryant. Bryant working outside on the right side into May. He left unattended, and he got 2 more. That's 6 points for May. 24-16 at 5:36. Ball comes into Campbell. He puts up a 8-foot turnaround. No good. Jeremy tries to get it. Mike Reisner brings the ball off for the Summertown boys. As Mark Statham works across, he's cut off by Haddock. He's trying to find somebody. He don't find anybody but May. He's way out of his range. He finds Brian out 35 feet. He's guarded closely by Jason. Back over to Ballantyne. 4:59, 4:58, 24-16. Ballantyne making his move, cut off by Santee. Finds Statham out front, and John Santee, holding on his arm, picks up personal number 2 and team foul number 6. That's going to bring Ricky Mabry in off of Coach McBee's bench, and Doug Riggs coming back. Ricky getting his first taste tonight. Ricky is a 6'2" sophomore. And we got 6 men on the floor, so we got a big tee for Summertown. Jason Ballantyne shooting the tee, and he makes it. Both of them. 21-7. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 18-21 cuts the lead to 3. Statham working for the Summertown boys. Ball stripped by Haddock. Jet tie ball. Give her back to Green. Jeremy Bryant set the inbound. He finds Mark Statham out front. Statham guarded closely by Haddock. Back over outside of Ballantyne into Reisner, guarded by Aaron. Puts one up, no good. Jeremy Aaron brings one off, and Mike Reisner picks up his first personal foul, 3rd team foul. It's only the 3rd team foul with 4:28 of the second period. Jason comes to the right side of Haddock, trying to find the postman. He's not there. Over Jason on the left wing. Jason looking. He's surveying the situation. Back over to Doug. And Jeremy Wells won. Ball comes into Statham. Statham back to Ballantyne. Ballantyne fumbles, walks away. We got timeout on the floor. It's 21-18. We're halfway through the third period. Second period. Jason working up front court, puts the ball over to Haddock on the right side. Back over to Haddock, driving the baseline. He's cut off. Back out to Jason. Over out front to Haddock. Collinwood into his own defense. Scott driving the baseline, puts one up. And Scott Haddock picks up personal number 1. Jeremy Bryant set to bring a ball into Mark Statham. He's cut off in the backcourt, done picked his dribble up. What's he going to do? He's over in the side of Ballantyne. Ballantyne working out front to Statham. He tries to pull, but he don't. Ballantyne working to 20 feet out over to Bryant. We got a 3-second count. .320, it's 21-18. It should be 24, but the official score only has 21. That's what all the controversy was about. Ball comes into Jason. He puts up another 3. It's no good. And we're out traveling. They were back to the Eagles. Jeremy Bryant thought he was pushed, but Doug Riggs set the inbound. He's going to inbound to Jason. He's on the right wing to John Santee out front. Over to Doug Riggs on the left wing. They're working around the perimeter, trying to find the postman. Mabry on a high post over to Doug. Jason gonna put up, no, John gonna put up an 18-foot jump. It's no good. And Shannon Daniel comes off for a big rebound. 2:38, 21-18. Over to Statham, hit the inside to Reisner. Reisner tries to put one up. And Ricky Mabry picks up personal foul number 1. That brings Trevor Nelson in for the Collinwood boys. Going to give Jeremy Bryant a little breather. Those 3 points could be costly before the night's over. Jeremy Reisner, if Michael Reisner gets hot, it's good. He has 4 points, all from the free throw line. 21-19. It's short, no good. They stand around, let him get his own rebound, puts one up, no good. And Aaron brings the ball off for the Eagles over to Jason. He brings her across, 2:23, trying to find somebody. Doug Riggs working out front. He telegraphs back over to Jason. He drives the baseline, feeds Aaron. Aaron lays one up and in, and he's fouled. Shannon Daniel picks up his first personal. Let's go send Jeremy to the line, complete the 3-point play. And it's no good, and Reisner comes off for the Eagles. 2:12, 23-19. Ballantyne working out front. He's guarded by Jason over to making his move. He's going to put up, oh, he hopped. Give him 2 steps, he takes 3. Minute 58, 57, 23-19. We're in the second period. Doug working the left wing. He's not going to take it, evidently. We're waiting on Jason to take it all. Ball comes in the middle, picked off by Reisner. Michael bringing her back to the front. Valentine shouting instructions out front. He's coming down the left side over to Mabry. Almost steals it. Ball comes in to Daniel. Tipped out by Mabry. Give her back to to Green. Nelson set the inbound. Who's he going to get it to? He's getting it in the middle to Daniel. Lays her up and in. 23-21. We're inside a minute and a half. Over to Santee trying to find somebody. Minute 11. Jason driving the baseline, cut off, back out front to John. John over to Doug. They're trying to find a post man. He's not there. Jason puts up a 22-footer. It's long. Valentine brings the ball for the Collinwood boys. We're inside of 1 minute. Valentine's cut off, tries to find Reisner inside. He's guarded closely. Back out to Statham. He's going to make his move down the middle. He puts one high off the board. Reisner goes charging in, and he's riding on the back for personal foul number 2. Team foul number 4. Dale May bringing her back in. Coming back in for the Collinwood Trojans. 44 seconds. Summertown with a 2-point lead. Over to Doug. Doug back to Jason. Jason hadn't been putting them up this quarter. He had about 16 the first quarter. Jason goes in, puts up a 16-foot jump. It's no good. Ball battled for. Picked up by Collinwood. 23 seconds. They got a chance to tie. Nelson has the ball stopped. Back over to Valentine. Back over to Statham. 14 seconds. They got a chance to tie going in halftime. Summertown only scored 4 points in this quarter. Ball picked up by Mabry. Touch pass to Riggs. He lays her up. Give her to Doug. And as the first half comes to an end, Summertown 25, Collinwood 21. Marshall's Grocery, located on Highway 43 in Etheridge, has a full line of groceries. We have full service gas, K1 kerosene, a full range of groceries in the gift shop and the game room. And we have a large variety of goods and food. We offer movies, and we have the best homemade sandwiches in town. Marshall's Grocery is open 6 days a week, so come on by and let Tom and Joyce know that you enjoy basketball on Summertown on Channel 10. Community Bank and Trust would like to take this opportunity to let the people of Lawrence County know that we appreciate our customers. The Community Bank and Trust offer a complete line of banking services with competitive rates of interest on all money market and certificate of deposit accounts, as well as low interest rates on all types of loans. We invite you, the people of Lawrence County, to visit our main office on North Locust in Lawrenceburg and the Summertown branch to discuss your financial needs. So for personalized service, come in to the Community Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Scott's Grocery, George and Kim offer a full line of everyday groceries. We have BP brand gas, cigarettes and tobacco. We make sandwiches of all types. And Scott's Grocery specializes in pizza. We'll make pizza of any combination. You can order ahead or have it fixed while you wait. At Scott's Grocery on Highway 20 in Summertown, or call 964-2306. George and Kim appreciate your business. Scoring rundown in the first half: Robert Jones with 2 points, Doug Riggs 4, Jeremy Aaron 4, and Summertown is led by Jason Burleson, who should have 18 points, but I imagine he only had 15 because they missed one of them. Summertown set the inbound. Start of the third period. Ball comes on the right side to Doug. He feeds the low post on Aaron, he puts her up, no good. Jones brings the ball off for Summertown. Jason puts up a 22-footer. It's no good. Aaron brings the ball off. Makes his move up the middle. It's short, no good. Ball comes off to Collinwood, picked up by Lance Horton. We're opening up fast and fierce. Over to Reisner. Reisner has the ball stolen by Riggs. Riggs feeds off to Jason, over to Robert Jones. He powers one up, and Reisner picks up personal number 3. Mike Reisner picks up personal number 3. It's number 1 team foul. It's going to bring Robert Jones to the line to shoot 2. Summertown looked like they might have got a little pep talk at halftime. They come out with fire in their eyes. We got 2 more throws. We had a lane violation. It's good. Point number 3 for Robert. It's long, no good. Ball comes off, picked up by the little man Horton. And Collinwood going to be on the attack. Summertown in their patented man-to-man. Horton trying to find somebody, don't find anybody, goes outside to Bryant. Bryant making a move, ball intercepted by Campbell. Campbell over to Riggs, puts up an 8-foot jump. It's no good. Reisner brings her off for the Wayne team out of Wayne County, the Collinwood Trojans. Horton working out front, going all the way to the baseline. Riggs cut him off, comes into Reisner. Robert Jones blocks, and he gets armed. That's 3 on Robert. That's going to send Michael Reisner to the line to shoot 2. It's no good. No good. And Robert Jones goes high for the rebound. Summertown come out with a fire in their eyes. Over to Campbell. He puts up a 10-foot jump. It's no good. Ball batted around. Going to give it to Green. 6:40, third period, 26-21. Ball comes into Statham. Back over to Bryant. Little man Horton going to feed to May out in the middle. Back over to Bryant. Back to Statham. He makes his move. He's cut off. Summertown double teaming the ball over to somebody's open. It's Statham. Statham has the ball blocked by Jones. Picked off by Aaron. Summertown running. Jason, he's going to go all the way. Lays it up. No good. Ball batted around. We're going to give her to Green. Ball comes into Mays. Double team. Back court. And come over to Horton. Working front court. He's going to stop 25 feet out. Give her to Jeremy Bryant. Working around to Mark Statham. Mark working the right wing against Campbell. Campbell stops the ball around. Picked back up. Statham going to put up an 18-footer. It's no good. Ball comes off to May with a high rebound. Pitcher back out to Brown. They got some tall boys. Statham in the middle of Reisner. He's double teamed. And Dale Mays caught in the 3-second lane. 5:38, third period, 26-21. Campbell right wing, back over to Jason on the left wing. It's no good. Riggs brings her off into Campbell on the drive. Puts one up, no good. Batted around. Picked up by Campbell, back out to Doug. Campbell working the baseline, feeds the post. Aaron, he lets it get out of his hand. Batted around, picked up. Dale May. 5:05 forward to Bryant, puts up a 15-footer. It's no good. Batted around. Little man comes out with it. Feeds May in the middle. He lays her up. No good. Goaltending. 4:53. Boy, they got up high. That's going to bring Shannon Daniel off for the Collinwood bench. 26-21. Looking for somebody in the middle, trying to find a post man. They're all covered. Back out front. Campbell back over to Riggs. He saved her. Doug will work trying to find a post. It batted around. Who's going to pick it up? Still battling. We're going to give her to White. We played 3.5 minutes of this third period. Boy, we've come out with fire in our eyes in this third period. Don't look like the same ball team we did the first half. Doug puts up a 25-footer, no good. Robert Jones tips, no good. Mark Statham comes out with the rebound. Over on the side of Horton, he's going to drive a baseline, puts up a 12-foot jump. Lance has 4 points, brings him within 3. Halfway through the third period. Jason got somebody on him every time he gets the ball. On the high post of Robert Jones, puts one up, no good. Jeremy brings one off the board inside for points number 5 and 6, 28-23. Somebody done got behind. Shannon Daniel got behind, and Robert Jones picks up personal number 4. It's going to bring Scott Haddock off the bench as Shannon Daniel goes to the line to shoot 2 at the 3:46 mark. It rolls, it's good. 3 points for Shannon off the Collinwood bench. He's a tall boy, probably 6'1". This one no good. Jason clears for the Summertown boys. Collinwood falling back into their zone, back over on the right side to Haddock, back to Doug. Jason going to baseline this trip, puts up an 8-foot jump. That's his first points in some time. Ball comes over to Brian. Brian has the ball intercepted by Jeremy. Back over to Brian. Back to May Statham. 3 minutes, 15 seconds over in the corner where Campbell out-battled May for the ball on the baseline. Summertown got a control run with Jason over to Doug. Back out to Jason. He puts up, he fakes it, puts her back out to Doug, and he calmly sinks a 20-footer. Timeout on the floor, 2:54, third period, 33-24. Summertown Auto Parts, your Parts Plus distributor. America's family of auto parts stores. Joe Bottoms is open on Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 p.m. Saturday, it's 8 to 2. Summertown Auto Parts has a complete inventory of auto repair parts on hand. In case your part is not in stock, we have overnight delivery. We offer rebuild engines at affordable prices. We have a full line of cleanup supplies. So for any auto part repair need, come to Summertown Auto Parts, located on Highway 20 in Summertown, or call 964-2462. And Joe greatly appreciates your business. Collinwood bringing the ball in to Statham, and Statham push by the Haddock. Personal foul number 2, team foul number 3. Collinwood set to put the ball in play. Who we going to find? Comes into Daniel. Daniel working back court over to Nelson. Nelson gets her across the line to Statham. Statham holds up 22 feet out. He's not going to shoot it. Lance Horton going to drive the baseline. He tried to feed the middle, picked up by John Campbell. 2.5 minutes. Doug Riggs working over to Jason, puts up a 22-footer, no good. Collinwood brings the ball down. Trevor Nelson. He's going to bring her all the way up. He's guarded closely in the middle of May. May work her back over to Nelson. Nelson working 35 feet out, 2 minutes, 13 seconds. Mark Statham working out front, guarded closely by Scott Haddock. Statham driving the baseline, going all the way. Goes under, lays her up and in. That's Mark's first 2 points of the night. 33-26. We're inside 2 minutes. Haddock left wing over to Jason. Jason, he don't pull the trigger. Back out to Haddock, back over to Doug. He's going to drive the baseline, trying to find somebody. Jason puts up a 22-footer. It's long, no good. Shannon Daniel rips off at the minute-and-a-half mark. Collinwood on the attack. Bring her in the front court over to Daniel. Daniel finds Horton. Horton double team. He's left alone. Back over to Statham on the baseline. Statham's going to make a move. He's going to bring her back outside to Nelson. Nelson don't know what to do with it. And we double team, and Jeremy Aaron picks up his third personal. That's going to bring Jason Ballantyne and Jeremy Reisner off the bench for the Collinwood boys at the minute 12 mark. Ball comes in, goes up, no good, and we have a foul on the rebound. Shannon Daniel picks up personal number 2, team foul number 2. There haven't been many fouls called thus far tonight. Riggs working the right wing, makes a move to the middle, over to Jason. He's going to the baseline, puts up a 10-foot jump. It stays. 22 for Jason. Man stepped in bounds. He didn't see it. Ball comes all the way up front to Ballantyne. He gets her across the line. We're inside a minute. He's double team. He double dribbles. .39 seconds. We're going to take them 39 off. Summertown with a 9-point lead. It's 35-26. Statham's going with Jason everywhere he goes. We expected to see this before the night was over. Over to Doug, 14, 13, back over to Jeremy. Back to Doug. Jeremy held it a little too long. 8, 7, 6. Doug fires a 25-footer. It bounces no good. Ball comes off as the third quarter comes in. Summertown 35, Collinwood 26. Bypass pool number 1 in Columbia at 1803 Carmack Boulevard, and bypass pools number 2 in Lewisburg at 221 Commerce Street. Travis and Shirley Roden offer a full line of swimming pool needs. We'll design, install, and provide a full range of and upkeep for your pool. We have every kind of pool you might want. We invite residential customers as well as commercial customers, and we'll offer free estimates. And we sell all kinds of swimming pool accessories. So for any swimming pool need, call 359-1338 in Lewisburg or 381-5101 in Columbia, and we're open 6 days a week. This is an exciting basketball game. Collinwood inbounds to start the final 8 minutes. We hope the final 8. Mark Statham working down. He's going to the baseline, cut off on the right wing. He's trying to find a post man. He's not there. Over to Nelson. Trevor's working out front. He's going to make his move, but he's cut off. Back in the middle to Daniel, puts up a 15-foot jump. And that's 5 points for Shannon Daniel. Cuts the lead to 7 with 30 seconds deep in the fourth period. Collinwood still in to the zone defense. Ball comes into Campbell, puts one up, no good. Aaron Tip, no good. Reisner snatches the rebound off for the glass. Mark Statham working on the right wing to Nelson. Double team, back out front to Stooksbury. Ballantyne into the middle to Daniel. He's the go-to man. We have her tapped out by Campbell. Give her back to Green. Trevor Nelson set to be the inbound. He's going to find somebody inside. No. Out to Stadium. Tapped out by Haddock. 6:55. Summertown with a 7-point lead. Nelson into Stadium. Ball batted around a couple of times. Stadium's holding it out front. Driving the lane. Back over to Reisner. Tries to make a move. And it's ripped by Jeremy Aaron. Coming ahead to Riggs. Back out to Jason. Puts up a 22. It's no good. Aaron puts one up. No good. Reisner comes off. 6.5 minute mark. Ball comes in the middle to Daniel. He's going to be the man, looks like. Sean Daniel with 7. It's 4 points here in this fourth period. 35-30. Haddock working the left wing. Back out front to Riggs. Back over to Jason trying to find a low post. Aaron puts one up. And Jeremy with his 7th and 8th point. Summertown come back to a full court press. Got Stadium trapped. Double team. Back over in the corner to Ballantyne. He's going all the way. No, he throws the ball away. Intercepted by Haddock. We got 3-on-2. Haddock going all the way. Lays it off to Riggs. It's no good. Reisner brings her back off. (37-30), 5:37. Mark Stadium working out front. He's looking right side. He's hunting the post man, trying to find Reisner. He does on the baseline. He's double teamed. Back over in the middle to Nelson. Puts up a 5-foot jump. Trevor's on the board for the first trip tonight. Riggs working the right side. Haddock back over to Jason. He pulls her down. Going to take about an 8-foot jump. It goes 24. 39-32. We're inside of 5 minutes. Stadium going all the way to the baseline. Feeds in the middle of Reisner. He tries to dunk. Missed it. Gets it back. Missed it. And Jason goes up for a board. And Jason picks up his first personal foul of the night. It's going to bring Jeremy Bryant and Dale May back in. And also Robert Jones. 4:43. Jeremy Bryant set to be the inbound. Who's he going to find? He's hunting somebody, trying to find it inside. Stadium, 30 feet from the basket. Going to try to post up Bryant. Shoot him out. He wasn't there. Back over in the middle to Daniel. Back outside to Ballantyne. Ball lobbed to Stadium. He puts up a 3. Give him 3 at 5 points for Stadium. Cuts the lead to 4 with 4:18. Fourth period, 39-35. John Campbell working on the high post. Aaron puts one up. And Jeremy's in double figures. We're halfway through this fourth period. Ballantyne working outside. Nobody guarding him. Back over to Daniel. He's going to be 30 feet out. Stadium. He covers the ball up. Now he moves it. Guarded closely by Campbell. He's going to make a move up the middle. Dumps it off. And we finally get a charge going that way. On Mark Stadium. It's going to bring Reisner back in. Summertown built 6. We're going to take one off. 3:40. See how much we take off. We started at 3:40. We'll work around the perimeter, try to bring Collinwood out of the zone. We cut 20 seconds off. We're running the windmill. Ball comes into Jason on the low post to Jeremy. He's going to be backwards. Ball top, picked back up by Jason. Going to put up a 22-footer. Carries her back to 9. We're inside 3 minutes. Timeout on the floor, 44-35 at 2:52. D&D Bailey, D&D Grocery and Center, David and Diane Bailey are the D&D, is your one-stop shopping center. We open at 4:30 each day for breakfast, so your deer hunters, come on by. We have groceries, we have a full-line snack bar with pizza, old-fashioned hamburgers and snacks. D&D is your headquarters for hunting and fishing license and equipment. We're also a deer checking station. We have all kinds of plumbing and farm equipment, implement, repair equipment. We got nuts and bolts. That's D&D Grocery in Center, so come on by and pick up your needs. I got haphazard trying to run a little time off the clock. We got about 40 seconds off, but it didn't look sharp. Collinwood brings the ball into Ballantyne, working back court over to Jeremy Bryant. He's going to get the front court with it. He's double teamed in the corner, back to Statham. He's going to launch one. It's no good. Ballantyne puts one up, picked up by Jason. And Dale May picks up personal foul number 1. That's only the 4th team foul of the entire second half. Doug Ridge going to inbound to Campbell, back to Doug. We got Aaron open, get her across to Jason. Robert Jones going in for a layup. He has it blocked by Ballantyne, picks it up, back to Reisner. Reisner having it accepted by Jason. Jason's held. Gonna give her over to Doug at the 2:20 mark. Let's settle it down a little bit. Jason working out front. Summertown with a 9-point lead. Jeremy out front, over to Doug. Doug working hard out front, as everyone is. Campbell working out front to Jeremy Aaron. We taking a little time off now. We're at the 2-minute mark. Doug working 30 feet out, 44-35. We're going to take a little off. Back to Campbell, back over to Jason. He pops out of the middle. Jeremy feeds Doug in the corner, coming back out to Campbell. Minute 42. Collinwood's gone into the man-to-man. Statham's on Jason. He's going to go into the baseline, bring her back out to Campbell, back over to Doug. Minute and a half. Minute 27, 44-35. Collinwood into Statham. He's working across to Horton. He almost has his pocket pick. Come back outside to Bryant. Bryant working outside over to Statham, in the corner to Bryant. He's double teamed, goes baseline. He bowls in, he don't get it. Over to Statham, he puts up a 22-footer. They're gonna give him 3. 44-38, we're at the 1-minute mark. Dale May picks up they're getting 3 shots. They've only got 5. We're inside the minute. Back over to Campbell, back up to Riggs. Over to Jeremy in the drive, lays her up and in. 46-38. Bryan puts one up, no good. Robert Jones brings her off. Summertown running over to Aaron, lays her up and in. We're inside 30 seconds. We got the 10-point lead. Horton tied up in the corner over to Reisner, has the ball picked up by Aaron over to Jason. Jason bringing her across. Summertown running over to Campbell on the board. 50, 38, 10, 9, 8, 7. Riggs picks a pocket, picked up by Jones. 2-1 as the ball game comes in. Summertown 50, Collinwood 38. Scoring rundown tonight: Lance Horton with 4 points, Jason Ballantyne with 5 points, Mark Statham with 8 points, Mike Reisner with 4 points, Shannon Daniel with 7, Trevor Nelson 2, Dale May 6, Jeremy Bryan 6 points tonight for their 38. Summertown, Robert Jones had 3 points. Mabry Santee didn't score. Riggs was 7 points. Campbell 2 points. Haddock didn't score. Jeremy Aaron with 14 points. Summertown led by Jason Burleson with 27 big points. He probably only show up 25 and 24 in the scoring book, but he scored 27. He had 5 3-point baskets with 50 to 38. Well, we finally persuaded a couple of parents to come over tonight. We have Jason Burleson's parents, Janice and Robert. It's good to talk to you two, and you've been sitting over here for 5 years, so I thought about time for y'all to get on.
It's good to be here, Charlie.
Janice, of course, we know Jason's been starting on this basketball team for 5 years. What were your thoughts when he was in the 8th grade and you came out the first night and he was on the starting?
Well, about like him, he said it's like a dream come true, and it was. I mean, we couldn't believe it. He didn't ask him to play, so we were proud.
You know, he's only the 2nd basketball player in Summertown history, as far as, and I know, and I've only been around here about 50 years, to start for 5 years. Leland Benefield was the other one, and Leland held the scoring total, what do we call it, championship around here for several years. He got it from Mike Keaton. Mike Keaton held it for a couple of years, and then Leland Benefield got it, and Mark Gent broke Leland's mark with something like 1,400 points. So Jason has went over the 2,000 point mark. What do you think about this accomplishment?
Well, we're real proud of it. I mean, Jason's real proud of it, and
I know that's putting you on the spot talking about your own kid, but you know, he needs to be put on the spot a little bit, you know. And Jason also plays baseball. What does he think of baseball?
Well, he loves it. I mean, he loves basketball while he's playing basketball, and he loves the game of baseball while he's playing it.
He does a good job with both. You also had another son to play a couple of years back, didn't you? You had 2 starters. What was his name?
Greg.
Greg was the point guard, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is his 2nd year of going to school at Martin College. He's playing baseball over there.
He's going to Martin over in Pulaski and playing baseball. He's pitching over there, I think.
Yes, sir.
Well, I officiated high school football, and I had a playoff game up at Joe Burns here about 3 weeks ago, and they knew him up there from his college ball playing. A couple of boys up there that had played against him, and they knew exactly who he was. When I told him I was from Summertown, they wanted to know if I knew Greg Burns. So, you know, word gets around. And a couple of years ago, I was up at Davidson Academy calling a football game, and they really knew where Summertown was. Wonder why.
Well, I imagine in the past what we've had to do with them.
Probably all we do is play ball.
That was right after we beat them for the state championship.
Yeah, we really enjoyed that state championship.
I can't get Jason up here to talk with me very much, so you can answer a few questions for him if you want to. Do you know what his plans are after he graduates from high school?
Well, he's hoping to get to go to college and play ball, you know.
Where does he have his sights set, or has he picked out any place yet?
No, he hasn't picked out anything. No, he just knows he's going to college somewhere, but no place in particular yet.
Well, I'm sure he'll do well, and I think he's also an honor roll student, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I read the paper and see his name in the honor roll, too. He got, let me find my scoring sheet here. He came out with 24 points tonight, only he's going to get credit for 21. They missed one of his threes.
Oh, did
So he came out with 5 3-point baskets tonight. He hits that 22 to 25 foot shot pretty regular.
Yeah, he practices it a lot.
He practices it year-round, doesn't he?
Right, sure does.
Well, it's good to talk to you too, and it's took me 5 years to get you over here. Maybe I can get you over here again before we quit.
Well, we went crazy about coming over here tonight.
Yeah, I know you had to be forced, so.
Appreciate you asking us.
Okay, just stand here just a minute. For the Granny Network, this is Charlie Mabry and Eddie Talley saying until next time, be careful.